3-point mass kept at the vertex of an equilateral triangle. Each side has length A. What is moment of inertia of this system about y and x axis? Find moment of inertia about x axis and find moment of inertia about y axis. Because this is an equilateral triangle, this is 60 degree. This is also 60 degree. This is also 60 degree. While calculating moment of inertia, we take perpendicular distance. Okay. So what is perpendicular distance of this point mass from y axis? What is this distance, bacho? A by 2, because this complete is A, am I right? So this distance would be A by 2, I think. This is also A. So distance of this particle from x axis is A cos theta, A cos 60, am I right? A by 2. So and distance of this point mass A comma 0, and distance of this point mass is 0. So if we write moment of inertia of all the point mass about y axis, moment of inertia of this point mass is m into 0 square. Moment of inertia of this point mass is m into a square. Moment of inertia of this point mass is m into a by 2 whole square. Right. So moment of inertia of this system about y axis is ma square plus ma square by 4. That is 5 ma square by 4. Right. Now, can anyone tell me what is moment of inertia of this system, discrete point mass system about x-axis? For this point mass, speak loudly. For this point mass, moment of inertia about x-axis, 0. Because distance from x-axis is 0. For this point mass, again, moment of inertia is 0. Because distance is 0. And we'll always take perpendicular distance. So what is distance of this point mass from x-axis? This must be 30 degree, right? This is A. This is A. So this would be A cos 30. Am I right? So am A cos 30 square. So moment of inertia about x-axis is m A square root 3 by 2 square. So 3 by 4. Right. So moment of inertia about y-axis is more as compared to moment of inertia about x-axis. Okay. Understood how to write moment of inertia of point mass? Remember, we always take perpendicular distance while writing moment of inertia of a point mass. We take perpendicular distance from axis of rotation. Okay. Now, find second question. Find moment of inertia of m1 and m2 placed at distance r about center of mass. You can see 2-point mass m1 and m2. Find moment of inertia of m1 and m2 about center of mass. Right. Now always remember this trick. The distance of center of mass. Suppose this is center of mass. Suppose you don't know where it is. Where is center of mass? You suppose this is center of mass. Now the trick to find center of mass is total distance upon total mass. Distance of m1 from center of mass is total distance upon total mass, and you will multiply by what? m2. So this is distance of m1 from center of mass. Okay, bacho? Understood? Now, can you suggest this? Total distance r, total mass m1 plus m2, and distance of m2 from center of mass is into m1. Now let's write moment of inertia of system about center of mass. m1 into r, m2 upon m1 plus m2 whole square plus m2 into distance from center of mass, that is r m1 upon m1 plus m2 whole square. Everyone understood? Okay. You can simplify this later. Now let's solve one question from AIPMT. Give me a minute. That is neat. What is reduced mass? Weird question. What is reduced mass of a system having 2-point masses? M and 2m. Can anyone answer? Always remember, if you have 2-point mass m1 and m2, you can find reduced mass by this formula. M 1 upon m equivalent is equal to 1 upon m1 plus 1 upon m2. This gives you reduced mass. New concept. So 1 upon m equivalent is equal to 1 upon m plus 1 upon 2m. So you'll get 3 by 2m, 1 upon m equivalent. So m equivalent is 2m by 3. This is known as reduced mass. Okay, it's just a formula. Direct question from AIPMT. No connection with any theory. Done? Let's move towards next question. So we have learned moment of inertia of point mass, right? Moment of inertia is a tensor quantity. It is not moment of inertia is a tensor quantity. It is not vector, not scalar. It has different value in different directions. Okay. If you want to say anything, you can speak loudly, okay? Now let's calculate. Right heading moment of inertia of continuous mass distribution. Formula for this is I is equal to x square dm. This is the formula. Okay. Let's try it for rod. About its end. I know you know that. Everyone knows that how to find moment of inertia for rod about its end. Step 1, consider a point mass. Can everyone see this point mass? Let's say width of this point mass is dx. Suppose width of this point mass is dx and distance of this point mass is x from axis of rotation. Now look at only this point mass. Mass of rod is m and length of rod is l. Can you tell me what is moment of inertia of dm only? Dm into x square. But because its distance from axis of rotation is x. So this is moment of inertia, right? To find moment of inertia of entire rod, we will integrate this. Right? But it is difficult to integrate x by dm. So you need value of dm in terms of x. It is very easy. What is mass of one length? What is mass of unit length? M by L. If mass of one length is m by L, what is mass of two length? 2m by L. Mass of dx length, बच्चों. Very good. That is dm is equal to m by l dx. Now let's substitute its value, you will get answer. X square m by l dx, 0 to l. Minimum value of x is 0 and maximum value of x is l. Constant will come outside. Have patience. X square dx, 0 to l. You will get m by l, l cube by 3. Final answer ml square by 3. This is moment of inertia of rod about its one end, right? Mug up, Rutlow. I know this derivation is from class 11th and this derivation is very easy. But why I am teaching you this derivation again and why it is useful? Copied everyone? Don't worry if you cannot copy, I'll post these notes in the group. Now see, find moment of inertia of a rod whose linear mass density is given by lambda is equal to alpha plus beta x about its one end. This is for IIT mains and NEET. Now lambda here represent mass of unit length. Lambda represent mass of unit length. Let's say this is axis of rotation. This is rod. Yes, mass is not uniform. So rod may have this type of structure. Am I right? As you are going away from the origin, suppose the axis of rotation is origin. As you are going away from origin, mass is increasing. So we can say that mass per unit length is not constant. Now what we should do? Do you remember formula? X square dm. Can you tell me how to find dm? dm is mass of dx length. So mass of one length is lambda. Mass of two length, 2 lambda. Mass of dx length, dx lambda. Now put value of lambda. Lambda is alpha plus beta x into dx. Now substitute value of dm here, you will get answer. X square alpha plus beta x dx 0 to L. Simplify this, you will get answer very easily. You will get x cube by 3 0 to L alpha plus beta x power 4 by 4 0 to L. Where alpha and beta are constant, they have dimension, okay? L cube by 3 plus beta L power 4 by 4. Any doubt in that? Okay. Susan, you are online. Let's move towards our next question. This is how we can find moment of inertia of continuous mass distribution. Right? Copied? Okay. Show me thumbs up if you copied. I can see you, everyone. Okay. Yes, yes, like this. Thank you very much. All the best बोल रहे हो मेरे को तुम लोग. Okay, thank you. Same to you. चलो अब अगला क्वेश्चन करते हैं. Moment of inertia of ring. What is moment of inertia of ring about an axis passing from center of the ring perpendicular to the plane of ring? It is a 2D body. Mass of ring is m and its radius is r. It is mr square. I believe everyone remember, right? It is mr square, right? Do you remember this? How we calculated this? See, assume this is m1, this is m2, this is m3. Imagine this ring is made of lot of different point mass, and every point mass is at a distance r from the center of ring. Okay, so we can I write it like this: m1 r square plus m2 r square plus m3 r square. This. Take r common. Take r square common. What is m1 plus m2? What you will get when you add all the point masses? You will get m, right? So moment of inertia is mr square. Any doubt? Now, next question based on this is, what if you have a ring like this? Semi-ring. Semicircular ring. Half part of ring is absent. Okay, this ring has mass m and radius r. So what is moment of inertia of this ring about this axis? This axis is passing from center of ring. What is moment of inertia of this half ring? mr square. Correct. Very good. From the concept of last question, if you divide this ring in lot of different small point mass, every point mass is at a distance of r. So moment of inertia of this half ring must be, because half ring also has mass m. So moment of inertia will become m1 r square plus m2 r square plus m3 r square, so on, and in the end you will get mr square. Do you remember where is center of mass of a ring? Semi ring, half ring. Suppose this is half ring. So at what height you will get center of mass? Yes, Chinmay, tell me. Anyone remember? Sinchana? Shreya?
4r by 3 pi.
4r by 3 pi is for disk. For ring, it is 2r by pi, I think. What do you say, Chinmay? It is 2r by pi for ring. And for disk, again speak, Sinchana, for disk, 3r by 4 pi. Okay, Sinchana? So center of mass of a ring is 2r by pi, is at a distance 2r by pi. Okay, now let's try to calculate moment of inertia of a half ring about its center of mass. Can you help me? Mass of semi ring is m and its radius is r. Let's say small r. Its radius small r. Can you calculate moment of inertia about center of mass? Anyone remember parallel axis theorem? Okay. Answer. Can you speak answer once again?
I plus mr square.
Hmm. 2 pi plus m r square. 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 2 Wrong. Let's try it. Okay, so, maybe yes. Okay, this is Chinmay's answer, right? This is your answer, Chinmay? Okay. I think it is wrong. चलो करके देखते हैं. Hint is parallel axis theorem. What is parallel axis theorem? I dash is equal to ICM plus MD square. Now what is this? See, suppose you want to find moment of inertia of a ring about an axis like this. Okay. So you need to know moment of inertia about center of mass first. This axis is passing from center of mass. That's why this is known as ICM. It is passing from center of mass of the ring. Understood? And if you want to calculate moment of inertia about I dash, you will apply parallel axis theorem. क्या बोलता है parallel axis? According to parallel axis theorem, moment of inertia about center of mass plus mass into square of distance between the axes, where D represent distance between the axes. Understood? Okay. So what is ICM for ring? MR square. So I dash is equal to MR square plus M. What is distance between the axes? R. So I dash is 2MR square. This is not answer of the question what I asked, but this will help us in calculation of the moment of inertia of previous problem. Okay, Shraddha? चिन्मय के पीछे बैठी है ना श्रद्धा? Right? Okay. And where is Akash? Akash, are you there? No. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Understood this? Everyone understood this? Okay. Parallel axis theorem. Okay. Now we will try to apply parallel axis theorem for the semicircular ring. Suppose this is a plane. We have semicircular ring in this plane like this. This is center of mass of semicircular ring. We want to calculate moment of inertia about this, but we know moment of inertia about this axis. Right? This is center of ring. Agree? I'll try to show you this in 3D. This is your ring. We know moment of inertia of this semi ring or half ring about center of circle. This is center of circle. And moment of inertia of this ring about center of circle is mr square. Could you understand that? But what we want? We want moment of inertia about center of mass. This is center of mass. Right? And the distance between them is? Distance between them is 2r by pi. Am I right? Now let's apply parallel axis theorem. This is I. According to parallel axis theorem, I is equal to ICM plus MD square. So ICM is equal to I minus MD square. So what is I? What is I? MR square minus M. What is D? 2R by pi whole square. So in the Chinmay answer, you replace plus by minus, your answer is correct now. 4r square by pi square. This is correct answer. Take mr square common. 1 minus 4 by pi square. So this is moment of inertia of a half ring about its center of mass. Very important for IIT mains. For NEET, it is difficult. For NEET point of view, little bit difficult. Now let's solve one question for NEET level. Ready? One question from NEET previous year exam. Three rings are capped as shown in figure. Find moment of inertia of this system about this axis. All the rings are identical. Okay, you try to solve this question. Meanwhile, I'll give you some hint. All the three are rings. Okay, I'll give you hint. But can you see a ring? Moment of inertia of this ring about an axis passing through center of mass and perpendicular to the plane of ring is mr square. Now I want to calculate moment of inertia of this ring about an axis which is passing through center of mass, but this axis lie in the plane of ring. So which theorem we can apply? Perpendicular axis theorem. Do you remember perpendicular axis theorem? I will remind you. Give me a second. But you imagine two more axes which is passing through center of mass of ring. So this is also ICM, but this is passing through the plane of ring. And this is also ICM. And this is also passing through the plane of ring. Could you understand that? Suppose this is IX, and suppose this is IY, and suppose this is IZ. Now let's apply from perpendicular axis theorem. बताओ क्या लिख सकते हैं? Can I write IZ is equal to IX plus IY? IX and IY are in the same plane. Do you remember this? Now when you cut a ring like this, when you cut a ring like this or like this, due to symmetry you will get same moment of inertia. Am I right? IX and IY must be same due to symmetry. So can I assume them I? Can you assume them I? Say yes. Thumbs up. Show me thumbs up. Okay. All the best everyone. All the best बोल रहे हो मेरे को. Thank you everyone. Okay. So what is IZ? What is IZ? MR square, right? Let's put here mr square. Ix is I, Iy is also I. So you got 2I is equal to mr square. So I is equal to mr square by 2. Understood? So this is mr square by 2. This is mr square by 2. Agree? So if you make a ring, moment of inertia about this axis, mr square. This is ICM and perpendicular to the plane of ring. And what will be the moment of inertia about this axis? This is also ICM, but this is in the plane of ring. What is moment of inertia? Just we have calculated mr square by 2. Okay? Imagine another axis. What is moment of inertia about this axis? It is also passing through center of mass. mr square by 2. Okay? Now, can you help me in calculating moment of inertia of this ring about this green axis? This green axis is in the plane of ring. This is the distance. Hint is parallel axis theorem. Correct answer. I dash, and this is ICM. This is ICM. I dash is equal to ICM plus MD squared, where D is distance between the axes. So I dash is equal to ICM is mr square by 2 plus mr square. So you will get I dash is equal to 3 by 2 mr square. Understood, everyone? Okay. Thank you for responding. Now let's move towards our question. Now let's move towards our main question. This is our main question. Look at only ring 1. This is ring 1. What is moment of inertia of this? mr square or mr square by 2? Correct, correct. Thank you for responding. Suppose this is ring 2. What is moment of inertia of this? Three by 2 mr square. Okay. Ring 3. Bacho, ring 3. 3 by 2 mr square. So what is moment of inertia of system? mr square by 2 plus 3 by 2 mr square plus 3 by 2 mr square 7 mr square by 2. Is this correct? Okay, so this was from NEET. Now Chinmay, ready for IIT mains? Okay. Boys, आगे बढ़े. Boys done. Pratik, are you there? Okay. Okay. बेटा तुम लोग बहुत हंस रहे हो. मैं वहां होता तुम सबको मारता है एक अभी. अभी वहां हूं नहीं ना मैं, इसलिए तुम लोग बच जाओ अभी. Now look at this question. For IIT mains, last year IIT mains, all are identical rings. Okay. Wait. Find moment of inertia about an axis passing tangentially and perpendicular to the plane. All rings are identical. This axis is not in the plane of ring. This axis is perpendicular to the plane of rings. Okay. You want to see 3D diagram or you understood the question? Understood? Okay. चलो मैं भी करता हूं, तुम लोग भी करो. Okay. What I will do, first of all, I will find moment of inertia of entire system about overall center of mass. So I will consider only 2 rings at a time. I'll go step by step. This is 1 ring. I'll make another ring like this. This is 3D. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 of system. Question mark. So what is moment of inertia of ring 2 about this axis? What is moment of inertia of ring 1? Sorry. Moment of inertia of ring 1. What is this distance, bachcho? Distance between center to center. 2r. Right. And moment of inertia of ring 1 about its center of mass is mr square, right? So what is moment of inertia of ring 1 about main axis, about the axis passing through center of mass of system? See, about its axis mr square, but this distance is 2r. So moment of inertia of ring 1 like this. Give me 1. You try by your own meanwhile. किसी ने आंसर भेजा है मेरे पास. Susan, what is your answer? Akash, Susan, Shreya. Okay, give me answer. Okay. My pencil got charged. Now what I'm trying to write moment of inertia of ring 1. Of ring 1 about center of mass of system. This must be mr square plus m into 2r square. Am I right? By parallel axis theorem. Am I right? I'm trying to write moment of inertia of ring 1 about this axis. This is ring 1. I'm trying to write moment of inertia of ring 1 about the axis which is passing from center of mass of overall system. Do you agree with this? Show me thumbs up. Okay. So this is 5 mr square. This is moment of inertia of ring 1. So moment of inertia of system about center of mass of system. सबसे पहले moment of inertia of ring 7 plus moment of inertia of ring 1 into 6, because you have 6 identical rings like that. Am I right? So moment of inertia of system about center of mass of system is equal to mr square plus 5 mr square into 6. So moment of inertia of system. Wait. I did mistake. Wait. Okay. Moment of inertia of ring 1 is correct. So moment of inertia of ring 2 also same. Moment of inertia of ring 2. Yes, same. Okay. I'm sorry. I was correct. I was doing it correct. About center of mass of system. I'm doing it correct. Same for ring 3 to 6. Okay. So now moment of inertia of entire system about center of mass of system. Moment of inertia of ring 7 plus moment of inertia of ring 1 into 6. So it is mr square plus 5 mr square into 6. So got 31 mr square. So moment of inertia of system about center of mass. Any doubt? Any doubt? But what do you want? Do you want this? No. Susan, your answer is wrong. Do you want this? No. You want moment of inertia of entire system about this axis. Am I right? Am I right? So what is distance between these two axes, bachcho? R, 2R, 3R. Okay. Finally, apply parallel axis theorem. So moment of inertia about this axis, I dash, is equal to ICM plus mass. Mass is 7m into d square. So ICM is 31 mr square plus 7m into 3r whole square. So 31 mr square, 9 into 7, 63 mr square. So total 94 mr square. Understood? This is IIT mains level. Ready for another question of NEET? Okay. This is IIT mains 2019 problem. This time you have disk, 4 identical disk. Give me a minute. We have four identical discs like this. What is moment of inertia of system about this axis? So moment of inertia of system is mr square by 4 for disk 1, 5 mr square by 4 for disk 2, 5 mr square by 4 for disk 3 plus mr square by 4 for disk 4. So our final answer is 12 mr square by 4, 3 mr square. Agree? Okay. Now one last question from NEET. Three identical solid spheres. Mass m, radius r are kept like this. What is moment of inertia of system about this axis? All the three are solid spheres. What? Three mr square. Nitish saying 3 mr square. Susan saying 6 mr square by 5. 3 mr square is in their option. Susan, your answer is not there in the option. Okay. Maybe I made it solid sphere. It is actually hollow sphere. Okay, hint is moment of inertia of solid sphere is. What is moment of inertia of solid sphere? Chinmay. Very good. 2 by 5 mr square. Everyone speak. Moment of inertia of solid sphere 2 by 5 mr square. And hollow sphere? Hollow sphere 2 by 3 mr square. Very good. So if it is passing through center of mass, right? So I want a moment of inertia about this axis which is passing tangentially, and the distance between axes is r. So by parallel axis theorem, I can write I dash is equal to ICM plus MD square. I dash is equal to ICM is 2 by 5 mr square plus mr square. So you get 7 by 5 mr square about tangential axis. One sphere, right? So for sphere 1, your moment of inertia is 2 by 5 mr square. For sphere 2, your moment of inertia is 7 by 5 mr square. For sphere 3, moment of inertia is 7 by 5 mr square. So your final answer is 2 by 5 plus 7 by 5 plus 7 by 5 ब्रैकेट mr स्क्वायर. तो 7, 14 और एक 16, 16 by 5 mr square is your final answer. 2015 AIPMT 2015. Okay, done. मम्मी राजुल को बोलना नहीं, ask नीरज sir to get ready. Ask नीरज sir to get connect. Okay. Okay, let's move towards our next question. What type of question you want? Let's make it easy. Let's make it a moderate question. Let's try to solve a moderate question. Okay. From NEET 2013. Bacho, this is a rod hinged from one end. It's a rod PQ. Length of rod is L. ठीक है? If rod is released, what will be initial angular acceleration of rod? It's a easy question. राजुल का कोई बात नहीं, राजुल है इधर पे, पूजा से बोलो नीरज सर को कॉल कर ले. बच्चों, I have a hint for you. Net torque is equal to I alpha. Everyone write net torque is equal to I alpha. Everyone write net torque is equal to I alpha. Now, everyone assume entire mass of the ring at its center. Everyone assume entire mass of the ring at its center and represent mg. Represent mg, everyone. Now try to calculate torque because of mg about P. Try to calculate torque because of mg about point P. Represent entire, assume entire mass of the rod at its center, represent mg. Now calculate torque due to mg about point P. Now what is torque? What is torque? Say force into perpendicular distance between axis of rotation and force. Force into perpendicular distance between force and axis of rotation. So net torque due to mg is mg into L by 2, equation A. Everyone could understood till equation A? Everyone understood? Say all the best. Okay, same to you. Okay, net, we got net torque. Okay, I hope everyone remember F net is equal to ma, right? So at the place of F net, write net torque. At the place of m, write I, moment of inertia, and at the place of a, write alpha. Torque is equal to I alpha. Important. Similar to F is equal to ma, you can write torque is equal to I alpha. torque is mgl by 2, and moment of inertia of rod about its one end, ml square by 3. I hope you remember. Into alpha. L got cancelled, M got cancelled. Your answer is 3g by 12. Happy? Happy? Now let's learn one more concept. A by R is equal to alpha. Okay. So A is equal to alpha into R. Now what is for IIT mains? Pratik, answer this. Suzanne, answer this. For IIT mains, what is linear acceleration of center of mass of rod in last question? What is linear acceleration of center of mass in above question? Very important. You can mark star. Chinmay, what should be acceleration of center of mass? Pratik, Suzanne, come on. Alpha into R. So what's alpha is 3g by 12. And what should be R? It should be L or L by 2. R must be L or L by 2. Look at the rod. This is center of mass. And distance of center of mass is L by 2. So at the place of R, you will write L by 2. So linear acceleration, you got this. L got cancelled. 3g by 4. So this is a linear acceleration of center of mass of rod. Okay? Okay. In case of any doubt, please ask. In case of any doubt, please ask. No doubt? Okay. Now let's come. Now let's write moment of inertia of all the important objects. Serial number. Let's make a table. Three column. It's a rod. Mass M, length L. What is moment of inertia of rod about its one end? Speak everyone. ml square by 3. Moment of inertia of rod about its center of mass. Chinmay, speak. Correct. ml square by 12. Make a table like this. Second object is ring. Moment of inertia of ring about an axis passing through center of mass and perpendicular to the plane. mr square. About an axis passing through center of mass but in the plane of ring. Correct. mr square by 2. Another axis tangential and in the plane of ring. 3 mr square by 2. Am I right? Okay. Sinchana, about this axis. Tangential and perpendicular to the plane. Sinchana, answer. Rajul sir ask. Okay. Rajul sir ask Neeraj sir to be ready. He is there. Then Neeraj sir will have to take. Rajul sir से बात हुई है मेरी. Will exchange days. Okay. Now third is disk. Right, disk. What is moment of inertia of disk about this axis? Mr square by 2. About this axis? 3 by 2 mr square. Very good, bachcho. Very good. Assume an axis like this, passing through center of mass. Mr square by what? Mr square by what? 4. Very good. Very good. About this axis? Distances are 5 by 4 mr square. Correct, correct. The next is hollow sphere. Yes, what is moment of inertia? Two by 3. Very good. 2 by 3 mr square. Two by 3 mr square plus mr square. So I think 5 by 3 mr square, right? About this axis. Am I right, students? Am I right, students? For this one? Yes or no? Okay. Solid sphere. For solid sphere, I think 2 by 5 mr square, right? Huh. ICM. And about this, 7 by 5 mr square. So this is a smallest table, which is must. Minimum this much is required. This is minimum requirement to learn rotational motion. Okay. Now let's take a 2-minute break. I will send you these notes through PDF. Okay. This class is live in the YouTube, as well as you can have recording also. Okay. So no problem. If in case of any type of doubt, feel free to connect. And now you can take a 2 or 3 minute break. Okay. You can go for 2 to 3 minute break. मुझे बहुत मजा आया तुम लोग को पढ़ा के, ऐसा लग रहा है लाइव पढ़ाया. I enjoyed today. I believe you also enjoyed. Okay, all the best. Thumbs up. Everything is fine. Very nice arrangement by sir. Thank you very much, sir.
ओके, आवाज आ रही है सबको? Am I audible to all? Okay. So, चलो भाई, let us study. In the previous lecture, what I was discussing was this. मैं एक बार आपको